Alright guys, it's Friday, early afternoon, about 1:20, 1:25. Just finished my 2 early classes. Now I'm just heading home, putting on something comfortable, sitting in front of a fan until I go back in tonight for my other 3. Classes went well so far today. The director will ask students about their teachers and their performances, and he said I got positive comments from the classes I've already had. The only thing he said I could do different is to use the board more, write on the board more. I didn't see a need to actually do that at first. I mean, I have my book. The students all have their book. They're the same book. And they have all the words and quizzes and sentences they're supposed to learn for each lesson. So I never saw a need to write it down again on the board, because I'm reading it in my book. They're looking at their book, repeating them back. But I guess they the students prefer learning that way. I guess it gives them a chance to make it less academic, more. I mean, they can see me writing, and they have their notebooks where they were trying to copy my writing. So it does help with that also, even though my main job is vocabulary and pronunciation. That's what I was told they want me to focus on, making sure they're getting the harder pronunciations correct. Like a lot of times they'll use the CH sound when it's just a C. And so I will have to explain why that's not correct. And also, of course, the R's and S's, and even the T's. With a word like it's, ITS, well actually IT apostrophe S or ITS depending on the usage, but we don't get into that. But with a word like it's difficult sometimes because they either forget the S or they don't pronounce the T, is, or it instead of it's, you know, that kind of thing. So that's what they want me to focus on, which is cool. Woo, that was a long walk home. Well, not long, but hot. Not long, but hot. But yeah, they went well. Looking forward to going back in tonight. And I just wanted to make a correction on what I said yesterday in my video about or my last video, depending on when this gets uploaded, about the cell phone usage. I was told I was incorrect, and I appreciate the knowledge people give me, as always. If you have a cell phone from the United States and a cell phone plan from the United States or any other Western country, as long as your phone is unlocked, all right? If it's unlocked and you set up international roaming charges, you do not have to change plans. You can continue using the same one. No issues. I do not recommend it because international roaming charges are very, very expensive. So I want to make that correction that you can, if you want, keep your plan, but would not recommend it because, as I said, it's expensive. All right, I'm gonna go in. I smell some food cooking. Let's see through the window. See if we can do a little stalking. There's the Sengs cooking. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. All right, guys, it's Saturday. Obviously, I'm not going out. Yeah, it's a rainstorm here. It's one of them nice ones, though. Hello. No? It's one of them nice ones. It feels good. Everything's going to get a little wet, though, obviously. As you can see. The wind's blowing in pretty hard. Oh, better back up. My camera's going to get wet. Anyway, I was going to record on the way back from work last night. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. But I found a shortcut of sorts when I'm walking there and back. And that's important because it's 4 times every Friday. And this saves about 5 minutes of walking each time. Unfortunately, on the way back, it's dark, of course, because it's past 8 o'clock. And I realize there are no street lights down most of the road I have to take. So recording is definitely not an option with this camera. It does not do well in the dark. But other than that, I'm saving myself 5 minutes each way. So 20 minutes a week, about 80 minutes a month, less walking for me. Which I never would have found if I would have just taken a Tuk Tuk. You gonna risk it now?
I am. It's an appointment.
I know you're sitting there hoping, please just stop. Stop. 5 minutes, 5 minutes. She is going to go out. I am not. My flip-flops are getting all wet. Anyway, I just wanted to say that's why I didn't finish that video yesterday. It was way too dark. But we will be going out later tonight before it gets dark, and I will then explain everything that happened. It was all good. In case you're wondering, everything's good. I really enjoyed myself. Hello. Hello. I swear she smiles all the time. She does. It's like she's aware the camera is on her. Cutest baby in the world. Anyway, getting something to eat. Hopefully the rain doesn't blow in this way. Getting my work clothes still dry from yesterday. Looks like it's letting up for now, but still looks menacing. I'll talk to you guys when we go out later. Alright guys, it's now Saturday night. Still raining. So I'm not going to be walking downtown in the rain. Got my #1 Tuk Tuk guy here. Going on a little ride. These things are pretty cool, man. When it rains, they got flaps. Comes down to keep you dry. I feel bad for him though, because he's on his bike, his motorbike on front, and he doesn't have a flap or a hat or a jacket. Luckily it's not raining like it was before. It's not a torrential downpour. But yeah, school went really good Friday. The later classes, the 3 later classes really seemed to like me. At one point I had new students, which I didn't know that was going to happen, but it's okay. Apparently when if a teacher doesn't show up or they don't have enough students for one class, they just combine classes. So I got a couple that I had never taught before. There were some issues with the books they're using. Some were on one chapter. Others in other classes were on different chapters. So we all had to agree on which one to do. And at one point I even had a young Buddhist monk in my last class. I never thought I'd be saying that in my entire life, that I was teaching English to a Buddhist monk. But there you have it. Anyway, it was all good. But now it's Saturday. I know it's really dark. Maybe we can get a view out the back. Woo! I do love Tuk Tuks. Anyway, I'll probably finish this up tomorrow and put it online. I also did apply for another school that needed a full-time English teacher. This one is 7 hours a day. The posting went up yesterday, and they want a native speaking teacher, so that means a foreigner. They did not require a degree. They only required a TEFL certificate. I caught it early, so I followed their instructions on where to send my CV packet. And I reckon since they posted it on Friday, they'll probably be making calls Monday and Tuesday. It's usually the way it works. So, fingers crossed. Maybe it'll work out. I don't know. But I just thought I'd give you that update. Anyway, we're downtown now. Later. Alright, it's a Sunday evening now. We managed to go to the bar and get back home unscathed and completely dry, believe it or not. Yeah, my phone just keeps cutting out whenever an ad pops up. I have a launcher on my cell phone, and sometimes ads will just randomly pop up and shut off the recording. But anyway, like I said, we managed to stay dry on the way home. It had stopped raining, which was a good thing. What's up, bro? Here it is down here right now at the pharmacy right down the road from us. You can see they have a litany of services in addition to medicines. You can get anything examined here you want. Anything. Some of those things I don't even know what they are. And other ones just make me giggle, so I'll refrain from commenting on those. I actually got up at a decent hour this morning. Well, actually, Sengs woke me up at a decent hour this morning. If it were up to me, I would have slept till like 11, 12 o'clock, but it was not up to me. Sometimes she gets bored, and if I'm sleeping, she will let me know. She is in no mood to have me laying around all day doing nothing. She wants to go. She wants to do things. There she is, finally out of the pharmacy. Hello. And by the way, it is her birthday today. Birthday. Here's the thing. Here's a story about that. She did not have an email address. And she wanted an email address. So I went to Gmail to sign her up. and I came across the, what's up, brother? Yeah, YouTube. And it came to the part where it asked for your birthday, of course. And so I asked her, and she seemed confused by the question, so I put it in Google Translate. She just simply shrugged her shoulders and then just handed me her national ID card. Well, the ID card was written in Khmer. So I took it downstairs to my landlord. He interpreted it for me and said, this was a couple weeks ago, he said her birthday is June 17th, 1971. It's funny that we've known each other all this time, had no idea. I had no idea. But here's the thing, even now she doesn't understand why it's a big deal. When we were at the bar at midnight, me and my buddy Rod, we toasted her and said, yay, it's your birthday, you know, yay, that kind of thing. And it was like nothing. She just looked at us like we were stupid, like, okay, don't know what the big deal is, because they don't celebrate birthdays here in Cambodia. I mean, for the most part. I'm sure some areas have become westernized enough where they know it's a chance to party on the day of one's birth. But generally speaking, birthdays are no big deal. Khmer people generally use Khmer New Year as a sort of all-in-one, let's celebrate everybody's birthday kind of deal. They exchange gifts with friends and family and loved ones. It's a big celebration tied into the culture, a celebration of themselves and their country. But on their individual birthdays, they don't have the same celebrations that we do in the West and even other parts of Asia. And it is not uncommon, as a matter of fact, it's very common for the older generation here in Thailand, over the age of, let's say, 30, to not even know when their birthdays are, because it's never been stressed, it's never been important to them or their family. So most of them simply don't know. I know that sounds weird and it might seem strange to try to wrap your head around, but just the way it is over here. It's not a big deal. But still, she did have to go back to her apartment and grab some things, so I gave her some money, told her to just, you know, stop and buy clothes, get a manicure, I don't know, whatever you want to do here, take it. And there's enough there for the Tuk Tuk to your house and back. She did like that part, but still she didn't understand why this day was the reason for doing all that. So it was kind of weird that we're making a big deal out of it and she's just like, whatever, just another day. But that is the story behind how I found out that June 17th is her birthday. Anyway, we were just back there at the pharmacy. Seems like she got a bug bite on her face, on the side of her temple, or on the side of her eye on her temple. So she had to stop and get some ointment to put on there. Very cheap. A whole tube of antibacterial ointment was only $1.25. Not bad. Pretty good. But anyway, that was my Sunday. Got up, I took a shower, we ate, and then she wanted to take a nap after she had woken me up. Then all of a sudden she wants to take a nap because she got up too early. And now we're just getting out for the first time today. Ew, it's a nice night though. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here. Nothing much going on. I'll be waiting to hopefully hear back from that school tomorrow or Tuesday. There's a couple other things I have to do tomorrow that if they work out, could be very, very good. And I will let you know how that goes in my next video. Yeah, puppy. No. A dog hanging around down here. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.